There we go. Okay.
Okay, we're back. ECS, CBD.
Yep.
And now this is the important part anyway. So, all right, somebody brings something up to you and they're wondering what's the best product. Well, it's always going to be CBD for starters. But here's the thing. We've got now regular CBD and we have the 10X Pure, which literally take any of our regulars and multiply it by 10 times the absorbability. And you got a whole different thing going on that we're going to talk about. But let's talk about what's really important. Somebody brings up something to you, your brain is going to say, okay, is this something just to make them feel better? Less depressed, less painful, less achy, sleep better, whatever. Is it that category? Or is it something that will kill them?
Better kill them.
Okay? Well, do they just want to feel better, or is it something that will kill them? Literally. Over here, what have we got on the kill side? Cancer, right? Either kill them or kill their way of life.
Seizures.
Seizures. That's not a feel better thing, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Dementia or Alzheimer's, right? What else?
Strokes.
Strokes, okay. Stroke recovery,
Heart.
heart, anything to do with the heart. What else? It's not really that long of a list, is it? Not when we get over here and we say, well, we have the aches, we have the pains,
Lack of energy.
we have diabetes, which could go on either side depending on how extreme it is, right?
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Lack of energy.
Energy, right?
Insomnia.
Fibromyalgia.
Sleep,
Brain fog.
fibro, right? Brain fog, just lack of focus, anxiety,
Arthritis.
PTSD, arthritis. So
Anxiety.
this is a long list, isn't it?
Yes.
Anxiety. Jumpy legs.
Okay, so now,
RLS. Yeah.
here's the thing, guys. There's a difference in approach with our products, especially now with the 10X. How's that, Jim? Well, it goes like this. The people who are feeling better, just now this, you guys can chime in and tell me what you think. What they're looking for ultimately is something that works and is on sale. Right? I mean, they don't want to be gouged price-wise, but the really big key for these guys has been that I've run into is how much does it cost? Okay? Over here, yes, cost is a factor, but why? Because
They need so much.
they need a ton of it, and they can't afford. Who knows on this side, where does the therapeutic level of CBDs actually start kicking in? In other words, if somebody says, how much should I take for something this severe? What's the bottom end of a therapeutic level of CBD that you would suggest?
75.
Your seizures is going to be 200 to 300 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's epilepsy.
I'm looking at 100 plus.
Yeah.
Okay? And up to, like Dave was just saying, 300 to 500 milligrams a day.
Sure.
In the studies that we were doing, or reading about studies, they were talking about people with stage 4, like you got weeks to live kind of thing, 1,000 milligrams a day.
Sure.
And it pulled them around. Okay? What's the issue with that?
Right.
Cost. So let's talk about 10X. What we know with 10X is it's literally 10 times more absorbable. So we'll do it down here. Out of a 500 milligram bottle, it's $99.95, right? but they're getting 5,000 milligrams, 4 to 5,000. And I'm just, by the way, and I'm saying this on the video, I'm all done trying to be the guy that's going to be, so it could be anywhere from 3,575 milligrams up to, right? They're saying 10x. So I'm just going to say up to $5,000, up to 5,000 milligrams in that bottle. Okay, now on this one, 20 drops. And over here, let's take 500 over here. Who knows what a serving size is? 20 drops is always the serving size. That's just so you know you're measuring a specific amount. 20 drops over here is how many milligrams of
10.
CBD?
15. Oh, yeah, over
10,
there.
right?
Grams.
Yeah.
Guess what? Over here, it's 100. So if somebody is after one of these issues, 10x is the answer. Because 20 drops is going to be 100 milligrams, and that will last them 50 days. If they're into the 1,500 milligram, that's 159.95. But 20 drop serving is
15,000.
30. So
That's 30.
300. There we go. 300 milligrams in a serving. There.
Comparative to the oil, right?
Right, compared to the oil over here, which is 1,500, is only going to be 30 milligrams per serving.
Ooh, wow.
All right, so if somebody's needing to be in that therapeutic level, they got 50 days of it with the 1,500. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, now over here, if their budget would allow, guess what? And they're saying, hey, I want it on sale. And I can afford $159.95 in this case. Okay, cool. Guess what? Over here, well, let's talk about, so on this side, what's the milligram target range somebody would be looking for over here to feel better with the aches, the pains, the diabetes?
30 to 50.
30 to 50, does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, 30 to 50 milligrams.
Or 30 to 60. You could do it 2 times a day.
Sure.
Or 60, all right, let's make it 60.
Yeah, that'll even.
Big spenders we are.
There we go.
All right? Okay, so on the 500 milligram side, if 20 drops is 100 milligrams on the 500, right? How many drops to get 30?
Well, so you can go 10 drops a day.
I want everybody else to answer too. I know it's algebra. Just kind of like maybe divide it by 3, because that'd be 90, right? So if 3 of these, or well, actually it's only one of those, but here we are with the 500. If I'm trying for 30, then I need 3 20 drops a day, don't I? Right? Over here, 20 drops is giving me 100. Well, I don't need to do 20 drops then. All I need to do to get my 30 milligrams is, like I say, divide that by 3. So divide this by 3. I can be down here to 6-ish. 6 to 7 drops is going to give me the same 30 milligrams as 3 20 droppers over here. Well, all right. Have I lost everybody yet? No?
It's way more confusing the way you're doing it, though. I think you're going to lose a lot of people.
Well, that's okay. It's okay. Get out
Well,
your
I'm just
calculator.
being honest.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm just being honest.
So-
I know the answers,
Right.
and it's still a little confusing.
Well, I want them to think though, because
Mhm.
this is for the associates, not the BAs anymore.
You're right.
It's for the associates,
Oh, it's going to be tough.
because I want you to be thinking, people. right?
Right.
People are asking you for advice. You need to know this. This is your business. So no, I'm not cutting you any slack. The deal is, if you've got the 10X and they can afford the 10X and they're looking to be on sale, all right, then all you need to know is if they're shooting for like 30 milligrams a day, on the 10X, they're only going to need 6 to 7 drops to get there. Because 20 drops is 100. So break it down. 10 drops is 50. Does that make sense? So what doesn't that mean 5 drops is going to be 25?
Yeah.
All right, is that easier?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5, like I say, 6 to 7 drops is going to get them to that 30. Well, if there's 50 of these in that bottle, then there's going to be how many 5 drop?
100.
Well, if there's 50 of those,
So just say it'll last you 60 to 90
Yeah.
days.
it'll be more than that.
Oh,
Because
50 of 20, yeah.
it's actually going to be, if there's 50 of those, multiply that by 4, because we've taken 1/4, right? That means there's going to be 200 days at 5 drops a day. Well, how do you beat that for price?
You can't.
You can't.
What is that, like a penny a
It's
milligram?
0.9
Yeah,
cents a milligram.
It's not even a penny.
It's less than a penny.
Less than a penny a milligram. No one can beat us in that range for the bargain shopper who's got a little money. Now, what if they don't have a little money? Then fine. Talk to them about, we have a 300 milligram bottle for $49.97. Get yourself started,
Sure.
you know? And it won't take you too long to figure out one 20 drop serving gets you 6 milligrams. So you'd have to do 5 of those to get to your 30, right? 5 times 6 is 30. So that means you're going to go through that bottle every 10 days, because there's 50 of these servings. Well, divide 50 by 5, and you only got 10 days worth. So maybe you need to be looking at the 500 milligram size for
59?
59, or the 750 for 69, right? Or the 1500
99.
regular for 99.
Yeah.
So we can hit them anywhere. But if they've got a little money, okay. But now we're going to bring it on home here for the rest of it. Here's the main thing, guys, because people are asking you for advice. My friend, and it's always my friend, my cousin, my mother, my brother, my somebody, my whatever, has, well, whatever comes out of their mouth after the word has is either going to kill them, potentially, or it's just making them feel bad. So right away, you know, in your head, I either need to be pushing them into some way to get into therapeutic levels, 100, 300, 500 milligrams a day, or we can kick back and say, you know what, I have already figured out, based on the old on the old CBD, right, that 75 milligrams when it was working is not quite as good as 18 milligrams that I was taking on the good stuff. So you can really scale them back, you know, especially if they're coming from another company, where they've been taking. Monique, hi Monique, I know you'll be watching this, was just sharing with me that she was on 100 milligrams a day and finally gave up because it was making her feel worse. And so she is now on day 10 taking the 750 version, which, by the way, 750 is 15 milligrams per serving of 20 drops. So she's telling me, now I know this, she doesn't, she hasn't done the math yet. I said, how much were you taking and you were feeling worse on the other? 75 to 100 milligrams is what she'd finally wrapped herself up to and then quit a month ago. And I said, so what are you taking on the new one now? How are you feeling? Awesome. And sleep. We're all getting a consistent kind of sleep thing going on. How you feeling? Great. You know, just, she's like, wow, I've been totally blown away. I said, how much you taking? I'm taking 2 20 drop servings a day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, really? So how much CBD do you think you're getting with that? I don't know. I said, well, guess, you know, make a guess. 75. Nope. 100? Nope. I don't know. 30. Silence. No way. Yep. 20 drops is 15 milligrams per serving. You're taking 2 of them. That's 30. And look what it's doing for you. So anyway, main thing, kill them, make them feel better. What do they need? If they need to be in this therapeutic level, they just really need to get $100 together at the minimum. Just, if it's that severe, they need to figure out a way to do it and get into at least the 500 10X. So, because then they can get into 20 drops. That'll last 50 days at 100 milligrams a day anyway. There's no better bargain out there. There's no other way to go that's going to get them that much CBD where a human being, an ordinary person, can afford it.
You could do that 1,500 at about 420 milligrams a day for like either 30 or 50 days.
Yeah.
I was figuring out today for a cancer patient.
Okay, so I'll have my videographer come up here and cut this off. And hopefully I did lose you a little bit, and then you realize no slack. Make yourself think. Come on, really. And you can do this, and we're proud of you. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.
Thank you.